Hi, we're here at Lohas 2012, and we're here talking with Katie Barrow with Fair Trade USA. They are the certification group for all fair trade work coming in and out of the United States. Thanks for being with us, Katie.
Thanks for having me. It's great to be here.
Thank you. The fair trade movement is growing quickly, and Katie, tell us a little bit about what your organization does.
Sure. So Fair Trade USA is the largest independent certifier of fair trade products in the United States and North America. We certify food products primarily. We do a little bit of cotton, but mostly we're known for coffee. That was our first product back in 1998. 14 years later, we're in just about every aisle of the grocery store. So we've got produce like bananas, pineapples, mangoes. We also have products that are included as ingredients in all kinds of products. So ice cream, which we had last night, chocolate, energy bars. We're in just about any type of product you can think of. Companies are getting really creative with how they use fair trade ingredients like sugar and cocoa, honey. So it really has grown to be a certification for products that come from developing countries. So a lot of people are concerned about, getting their food locally. But what about your coffee? What about your chocolate? We can't produce those things.
We care about our coffee and our chocolate.
We do. We can't produce those things here. And unfortunately, those products come from really impoverished regions of the world. So fair trade it's sort of a deal between the farmer and the company and the manufacturer and the consumer, that if the farmers follow social and environmental standards, then we'll pay them a little bit more to do that. We'll support them along their journey, and we'll make sure that they're getting an extra premium for their communities so that they can really improve the health of the whole community and get out of poverty. That's the ultimate goal.
Yeah, excellent. I know when I go to the grocery store, sometimes I'll see produce, this is fair trade, this is it. Usually it's a little more expensive, not always.
Yeah.
What's your pitch for getting people to spend that extra 10, 20 cents, maybe more a pound for the product they want to get?
Yeah, I mean 10 cents a pound, 10 cents extra for us is nothing, but to farmers that are living on $10, $20 a day, that's huge.
Yeah.
And one story that I really, really struck for me was when I went to Rwanda, and I met with this group of women who had formed a cooperative selling coffee. A lot of them were widows from the genocide, really kind of struggling, but this coffee business was really helping support their community. And they told me, we've only been selling our coffee for a couple of years, we've only been fair trade for a year or two, but already we've been able to send one of our kids to school.
Wow, that's exciting. Yeah.
And I was like, oh, couldn't do that before.
Right.
School's not free everywhere, and they have to pay for uniforms, for books, for shoes. And they told me, all we want you to do is go back to the United States and tell people to buy our coffee so that we can send all of our kids to school. It's really given them a lot of hope.
Well, maybe another way you could look at it, and is this accurate, that the prices we're paying, in fact, are way below a fair market point. So it's not just about asking us to pay more, it's really asking us to pay a fair price for what we're buying. Yeah,
and I think that we as consumers are starting to wake up to that it's not always about getting the cheapest product, it's about getting the best product. The product that not only is the best quality, it tastes the best, but also didn't harm people along the way, that was grown in a way that's sustainable. That's what's going to make a product a good product.
Do you think it's now having that fair trade certifications becoming a competitive advantage for companies? Is it sending a message that we're giving you not only a good quality product, we're doing it fairly? Are you finding from companies that are doing the certification, are their sales improving?
Yeah, I think sales of fair trade in the United States grew about 75% last year. And that was up, the year before that they grew 25%. So it's really started to jump. We're seeing consumers going to the store and asking for fair trade, people that are really voting with their dollars. They don't want to buy a product that conflicts with their values. They want to put their money where their values are. And companies are also stepping up and giving that choice to consumers, whether it's in a Whole Foods, whether it's in a Sam's Club, which actually just became the first store to use fair trade sugar in their bakery.
Wow.
So they just launched.
Congratulations.
It's amazing, and having a store like that with that kind of reach, start using fair trade sugar and fair trade cocoa has made an incredible difference for the farmers.
So here you are at the Lohas conference. Why are you here, and why do you think is it an important conference for you?
You know, some people say, why are you going to that? You're just preaching to the choir. And there's still so many people that don't know about fair trade, and even at this conference, people think they might know what fair trade is. They sort of think it sounds like a good idea, but it's a really complex topic, and so the chance for me to have one-on-one conversations with people here and really help them to understand what fair trade is and why they should support it, why their companies might be able to start doing fair trade, or how they might be able to partner with us to support developing communities has been very valuable.
So here you got a chance to meet a lot of companies that could easily be candidates for joining the certification process.
Exactly. There are companies that might have been looking into it, weren't really sure about the extra cost or what it really meant. And being able to have one-on-one conversations has been really valuable. And just also meeting other companies that share similar values that can be big supporters in helping get the word out.
Well, you've got a good audience here watching. What would be your best pitch to encourage people why they should spend a little more if they can to buy a fair trade certified product?
I just visited a farm in Colombia. I got back about 2 days ago. I go frequently just to make sure, that what I'm talking about is real. And every time I go, I'm just brought to tears. We are making a big difference. That little bit of extra money you're paying is going to the right people to do the right things. It's giving farmers the opportunity to spend the money on things that they really need rather than just getting aid. It's giving people jobs, it's giving people livelihoods, and that means so much to them. So whenever you see this logo on a bag of coffee, on a chocolate bar,
Fair Trade Certified.
Fair Trade Certified, then you'll know that your money is really supporting the right people.
Right, and you've got a better quality product maybe.
Yeah, better quality product that's improving lives and protecting the planet.
Sounds like a good pitch. We're going to go get some Fair Trade coffee downstairs. Thanks very much, Katie Barrow with Fair Trade USA.